Hey, I may have just had the worst face on at the red line. I'm like, hey, good to see you. Hey,
That's the face that I see in you all the time, actually. So I don't think you need to be alarmed.
I really just walked into that. A big part of why we did this, the ScoMo Show, as the world started locking down, we wanted a place where we could come together as a church and just have fun and hang out and have a laugh just together as our community. But I think it would really not do this week any justice if just to kick off the show tonight, we acknowledged what is happening around the world right now, and increasingly something that's coming closer to our shores. And Simo, there's no... this is one of those issues where it is just so clear that a white male like myself doesn't need to add to this conversation, but rather listen to this conversation. So I just want to kick off tonight's show and just let you talk about what this week has, I suppose, meant to you and looked like to you and the people you've spoken to.
Yeah, so this is a bit of an interesting topic, I think. And as you said, Scotty, we really have set this show up to be a break and to be a time away from that. But as I did here tonight, I've written some stuff down because it's been a really emotional week for me in a lot of ways. And as I sit here tonight, I want to start by acknowledging what today is. And today is a day that we acknowledge what's happening right around the world. And as a person of color, I have found that I am not brown enough for some and too brown for others. I have experienced various scales of racism in my life, and I've never wanted to speak up, partly because it's hard and partly because earlier attempts to do so have been met with cries of "You're making it up, you're not that brown, and why would people like that? Why would people be like that to you?" The truth is, the reality is, racism is an issue that exists right across the board. It happens right around the world. And it's something that people here in Australia have faced. And while it has been incredible to watch people rising up for what happens in the USA, I can tell you that as a person who is brown here in Australia, sometimes it's hard to watch because we can watch what happens in America, and we can stand and say that Black Lives Matter while ignore what's happening here in our own country. As I posted on my own Facebook this week, my story and experiences of racism, it's been very liberating, because a lot of the time when you experience racism, you sort of deny that it happens. One of the things about it is you learn very quickly just how to be quiet, what's worth speaking up about. The thing that's been very liberating is how many people of color in our country have approached me and said their experiences have been exactly the same. And that's important to understand, because it helps us understand that we're not making it up, that our experiences are real. And I just wanted to explain a little bit very briefly about what that actually looks like and what it actually means. As a person of color in this country, I have been told that I don't belong. I've been told to go back to where I come from, even though I was born here in this country. I've been told that I need to wash my skin because it's obviously too dirty. I have vivid memories in primary school of wishing that I was white so that I could fit in and that I could have more friends. I have memories of times where I wish I could tear my skin off and turn it inside out and hope that it was white on the other side. This morning, as our family watched what's happening in the US, my daughter started crying and she said, "Daddy, I don't want to get arrested." My 8-year-old daughter. I said, "Tom, why would you get arrested?" She said, "Because I'm brown." I think the thing is, one of the biggest things that we need to realize is that it does exist here in Australia. I have been followed by security. I used to travel a lot for work. I used to be in airports all the time. And I learned that I would keep my bag unzipped as I went through the security checks, because I knew that I would be checked. Again, it's subtle. I haven't been arrested, but I have been pulled up by the police on a number of occasions. And the times where I've approached police because I'm a pastor, I have been treated incredibly different to the times where police have approached me for random checks. I've been looked at sideways. My experiences at places like schoolies are incredibly different when I have my Red Frog shirt on versus when I don't have my Red Frog shirt on. The biggest reason I didn't share this in the past is because of fear that I would be ridiculed and that people would say I'm not brown enough for my experiences to be real. I found that people in this nation of color are all sharing a same experience. So what is racism? For me, racism is not when you call me brown. I am brown. And now more than ever, I'm proud to be a person of color. For me, racism is when you treat me different because of it. Racism is not when you are interested in who we are because we are different, because our culture is different, and it is different. It is when you decide that that would make us less worthy of any experience or less worthy of any moment. And so tonight, I want to start by saying that the pathway forward, I'm not after sympathy. I'm not after you feeling bad for me because I've experienced racism. I wanted intern Nick to be visible for this moment because you two guys are very close friends of mine. I love you guys, and I don't ever feel like you guys have treated me differently. You may never understand what I've gone through, and I don't expect you to understand or need to understand. But what I do want, and what people of color in this nation want, and again, please hear me right, I'm not trying to speak for every person, but I want you to acknowledge that it exists and that it's real. Scott, you work in media, and I know that you have seen comments come up over these last few days when you have tried to address issues that are happening here in Australia, and the reaction has been volatile as people again deny that it exists. Our pathway forward starts in this nation, us acknowledging it. I can give you a really quick and easy example. This last week has been Reconciliation Week. Let me ask you, what have you done? Now, I'm not perfect in this either, and I don't claim to know everything about what's happening with our First Nations people. But what I do know is that there is a gap, and while there remains a gap, we must do more. I went onto the Reconciliation Week website before we came on tonight, and it talks about what reconciliation is about. This is what Indigenous people in this nation want. It says that National Reconciliation Week is a time for all Australians to learn about our shared history, our shared culture and achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving reconciliation in Australia. The heart's desire of reconciliation for our First Nations people, to me, seems that it's clear that they want us to have a shared history. They want to stand shoulder to shoulder. They're not asking for more, they're asking for equal. If equal means that we have to provide more, if we have to do more, then we should do it. But while we continue to deny that racism exists here in this country, we can never move forward. And so even though this is a serious note, and we will get to all the fun, I want you to begin by acknowledging that it exists here, and I want you to begin by acknowledging that our nation is founded, unfortunately, on racism. While we continue to have a constitution that does not recognize Indigenous Australians as our first people, our nation is founded on racism. And so if you are watching this and you're thinking to yourself, but I know that Aboriginals are our First Nations people, you might know that, but our system doesn't recognize that. So maybe the start is actually by us standing together, writing letters to politicians, acknowledging what's happening. And maybe the start is by us actually sharing a voice that says the Aboriginal people, the Indigenous people are the First Nations people, and we need to recognize it together. Like I said, I love you guys, and you guys are dear friends of mine, and I appreciate you both being willing to stand with us. I've never been prouder to be a person of color and declare that I am brown, that I'm a person of color, and that matters. And I think it's time that we recognize that it makes us richer as a nation, multiculturalism. We're not after assimilation. We're after unity.
It's really powerful. I think probably the greatest challenge, Simo, which I think really want to ask yourself and everybody of color that's involved in our church is that we're probably about the peak of how this issue is going to move in terms of world news. But I think the thing that I think we should really commit to is ensuring that this doesn't finish when Black Lives Matter stops trending on Instagram. That this conversation continues past that.
Yeah, and we can only do it if we stand together. But like I said, this program is not designed to be a current affairs program. We are here to have a bit of fun. And look, to be honest with you, with intern Nick here, I don't even know if anyone even heard this right now because
everyone's been staring.
Yeah, there's actually
thinking we've had this great conversation. Yeah. I have no idea what it was.
There's no guarantee that our mics have even been on. So intern Nick,
are they working?
Where are we? Are we on for a flawless show?
What are you? That mic isn't plugged in. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I thought you said it was wireless night, Scotty. 21st century.
So could people hear us?
I think so. There's a few comments. Got some great stuff there. Thank you all for your comments, for sharing. Thanks, Sarah, for letting us know the microphones are on. It was a joke. We knew that they were on and that mine wasn't on, but I appreciate you pointing that out.
You running the microphone, I don't necessarily know that it is a joke.
I got here on time tonight, which is an improvement from last week. So it's going to be a flawless show.
It's your house.
Yeah, it's good that you were at your house on time.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal my microphone back. We've got a really big show on the way tonight. We are super excited for this one. Look, first thing I'm going to raise in the notes, it's our second last week of Iso-viver. You again, for the third week in a row, have said there will be a reveal of the prize, the major prize tonight. Nobody's actually going to believe you.
No, it's happening. Tonight you are going to discover the major prize, absolutely guaranteed. I can't see anything going wrong. We all know what the major prize is.
Yes.
And so obviously we're still taking guesses as to what that major prize is, just in case we change it. But I can tell you that the major prize, you'll never guess it, is that major.
Okay.
So big.
Okay. Fair. So Iso-viver tonight, I've been told a text message was sent this week from a team member that involves a huge blindside that we don't even fully understand yet. So there's going to be a blindside on tonight's show. I have got here in my hand a quiz last week, Simo versus Anaya.
Yeah.
Anaya won. Simo's got to find a new challenger. I'm going to say it. It's Nick. Nick is your new challenger tonight.
This is going to be easy because he literally does not even have a microphone. So I think I should be right to win this.
Literally, before the show started, we were talking about Grant Gerke. Can I tell the story we were talking about Grant Gerke?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Grant is joining us. He's
I know what story you're about to tell. Yeah, okay, go.
Am I allowed to tell?
Go. Why not?
My favorite memory of Grant is actually a memory connected to Simeon. I went and visited Grant when he was working in the Red Frogs office, and he pulled me aside to say Simeon had left. And what he didn't tell me was that Simeon had left to plant a church at Ipswich. He pulled me aside and he said, hey, mate, Simo's had to leave the organisation. There's been some issues with infidelity and cheating. And I'm sitting there like, this is so awkward. And then Chris George, who also works for Red Frogs, is sitting there going, yeah. And they're like, nah, man, you're going to plant a church.
Yeah, no, we may or may not have had a culture of just being some pranks and stuff there. Nick wanted to share a story.
My Facebook memories just before came up with me stating on Facebook that I was so excited to propose to the love of my life. It happened 18 months before I actually proposed to the love of my life, so I appreciate the prophecy there, Simeon.
Prophecy. I've
never worked out if it was Gigi or Simeon, but I appreciate the, that word over my life.
Mate, I don't think you did at the time. You were really angry and thinking that it was threatening your relationship. I was building your relationship because it gave Helen hope to stick around. Why else would she stick around with you? Like, for reals.
Just push yourself out of screen for a second.
And there she is. Yeah, like, hey, Helen, thanks for joining us tonight as an intruder. Now, Helen's here tonight because she was evicted last night, and there will be more Iso-viver surprises. But
what are we doing?
Now, Scotty, I want to follow up with you. Hopefully, our intern's got this ready to go. Okay. But I'd love to follow up with you and find out a little bit more about how you went. And hey, right now we're about to go into our segment that is now becoming one of my favorite segments. So if you have anything that you would like Scott to finish, now is your time to submit your ideas, because we are about to find out how Scott's going at finishing what he starts.
This is a song about Scott's big plans. His plans go on and on, my friend. He says he'll finish something, but he never really does. So we are motivating him to finish what he starts. This is a song about Scott's big plans. His plans go on and on, my friend. He says he'll finish something, but he never really does. So we are motivating him to finish what he starts. This is a song about...
That was a whole new level. That was a whole new level of professional there. So the question that you're about to face me with is, have I done any of the things that you listed last week?
That's true. But before I do, this is going to create a great big echo. Old mate Nick and his flawless show over here.
Is that his laptop that we can hear in the background?
That was his laptop.
If you had an echo.
Do we need to do, you know what we might do? Can we do some, yeah, exactly right. Right there. That's where it's at.
A flawless job.
Nick, honestly. We are going to make a printout list of instructions about some things that you need to remember. But yeah, I want to know, how'd you go? You said you're going to watch the movies. I've reached out to your mum. She's really disappointed that you still haven't finished.
Look at this. Look at this list.
No, hang on. There's nothing that you've done on here. So where's your balcony garden at?
Oh, no. See the things crossed off? They're the things I'm not going to commit to doing anymore.
What we're going to do, I've decided to upgrade this segment of our show. And what I would like you to do, we're going to create a form. I was going to get Nick to do it, but I'd like it to get a little bit done more reliably. And so I'm going to make a form that you guys can fill in, and then you can submit your ideas. Because here's what I'm thinking. What if people submit their ideas to the show and we bring them on, one person a week, or whenever we do this segment, we bring them on and we get you to actually finish jobs for people. What are your thoughts on that? So we'd send you to somebody who says maybe they're halfway through building an extension on their house, ran out of money. Don't worry about it. Scott's going to learn to finish what he starts by finishing your projects for you. So I'd love for you right now to submit some of the ideas that you have of things that Scott can finish for you. Make a comment, put a comment on there. But Scott, what are your thoughts? How would you like to help people finish what they start?
As long as people stay within... Yeah, I've got nothing more in that sentence.
Okay, so you're keen? Are you're happy to do this? Because the other idea I had is, what about if we just brought people on? Yes. Why are you guys laughing?
You missed a low-hanging fruit where he couldn't even finish the sentence.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. I mean, that was a cheap shot. I didn't think I need to go there. But actually, you did remind me that you were going to do something this week. So could you finish? Yeah, could you finish your songs? Because remember, you spoke to me actually and said, "Hey, you still haven't taken your daughter out to get your nails done."
Oh no! Don't call me on this because I was gonna do that. I was gonna.
We knew you were going to. That's the whole point of this show.
No, I was going to go and finish what you never did and get my nails painted with a Naya.
How'd you go?
I wanted to check it with you first. I didn't want to get in between Simeon and his eldest daughter, his first baby, and I thought I'll check it with you first, and now you've turned on me like I'm a criminal.
All I'm saying is you said you were going to start it. You said you were going to do it. You started it. You had the idea and you didn't go anywhere with it. So we've got somebody on board right now who needs your help finishing something. Maybe you can motivate them. Maybe you can do something to help them finish right now. So we're going to bring them on board right now. Yeah, Miriam's got people who got housework for you to finish. We can send you around. But for now, here he is. It's Emeka. Hey, Emeka. Thanks a lot for reaching out.
You're Emeka.
Yeah. Emeka, hey, you reached out to me today to say that you've been really struggling with something and you just need some help to finish it. And so you are the first person. Every week we're going to bring somebody on. Shit, that is low-hanging fruit right there. Sometimes brown people can't grow beards, and until we dealt with this whole race issue right at the start, so we're not bringing this back up again. All right? Okay, so Emeka, you reached out to me this week because you had some trouble finishing something, and I said, hey, I've got the perfect place that we can do this. I know who can help you. It's Scott. So why don't you tell us what it is that you've been working on, what we can help you finish today?
Well, hey, Scotty, so I've been writing a song for about 5 years now. Ironically, the song is called It Is Finished, but I haven't finished it because it's missing a verse. So I've written all the song, but a second verse to it. So all I need you to do tonight is help me with a second verse very quickly. So I'm happy to give you the first verse so you get a vibe of the song.
Yes, please.
Please, I'd like to hear the first verse, Maestro.
Okay, so the first verse says, he came in flesh to be like me, so I in turn could be like him. Clothed in righteousness with me, seated on the throne with him.
Okay,
and the second verse is?
That's a double rhyme of him, first of all, just so you know.
Yeah.
Can we just get the second?
Okay, so can you give me a tune? Okay,
this segment is not called insult the person who's trying to finish. This is you helping him finish it.
Give it to me in tune, sing it to me, and I'm ready with verse 2. Let's go.
All right, so he came in flesh to be like me, so I in turn could be like him. Clothed in righteousness with me, seated on the throne with him.
Up there in that cloud so high, me and Jesus, he's my guy. That's it. That's verse 2. Complete. It's a 2-line verse. It's the bridge leading into the chorus. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think what you just started to do was rewrite my pre-chorus. I think we need at least another 2 lines to make that a verse. So there in the cloud so high, me and Jesus.
Do you reckon Jesus would have like McDonald's food? Because right now that's what I want. Emeka, let's go, me and you. That was actually really easy, come to think of it.
That was amazing. Hey, so we're going to do this each week. If you've got something you need finishing, just submit it on the form. It'll be up there. And from there on, you guys can, we'll do this every week.
Amazing. I can't wait.
Yes.
I personally can't wait. Can we move along? Are we going to do a quiz here?
Yeah, let's get on with the quiz.
Okay, welcome. It is quiz time. I think Simo and I are going to share a mic because I want to bring Nick in to see who is smarter out of Simeon and Nick.
There's no competition there.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard.
Now, I thought to make this a little bit fair, to make this a little bit fun, we could make it about the thing that I know is you two guys' favorite thing, which is the NRL.
Ooh, man, no, this is not fair. Nick is like crazy with statistics and everything, so this is gonna be tough.
So here's how we're going to play this out. You have to, for your buzzer to buzz in and give an answer, you have to make the animal sound of the team you support. So Simeon, that would be... And Nick, that would be...
Nay!
Amazing. That's so good.
Dear.
So here we go. Little bit of info. This isn't part of the quiz. This is just to see where you two are at. Why is tonight a fitting night to do an NRL quiz?
Because the Broncos and Roosters play tomorrow night.
Incorrect. Where's my sad trombone?
Well, why else would it be a good night for it then?
Nick.
Nay!
Nick.
Because it is 18 years to the day since the Broncos beat the Roosters in 2002.
No, incorrect. Tonight, if we didn't have this little thing called coronavirus, would be State of Origin game 1.
Stop it. It's not.
There you go.
Yeah, we both knew that, but because of coronavirus, we obviously didn't want to bring that up and remind people of what they
Coronavirus.
lost. Why would you?
Obviously, the quiz is a State of Origin quiz. Who do you support, Simo?
Well, there's the Blues, but there's no
Make the sound of the Blues.
Yeah.
Boo.
And Nick's obviously Queenslander. Question 1. What year was the first official game of State of Origin played?
Nay! 1980.
Oh, I'm going to say no. I get where you're coming from, but it actually isn't.
I love that you're the arbitrator of this quiz. Can you spell sport?
Yes, SPURT. No, the first official game was actually.
Hang on. Do I get a point?
No, you've got to get the.
1982?
It was 1982. They played 2 experimental games in 1981, 1982.
Try telling the winning Queenslanders it was experimental.
It was talked about. The game of State of Origin, by the way, was talked about since 1908. Wow. There you go. Wow. Question number 2.
Hey, Scotty, did you bring your scoreboard for this, or is that still something you haven't finished?
No, we're not doing scoreboards. We're having fun. Question number 2.
Actually, do you remember the scoreboard that he promised?
Remember that time he was going to do a scoreboard?
When was the first game of State of Origin not played in Queensland or New South Wales?
No! 1988 in Los Angeles.
Oh, this is so hard because you're wrong, but you clearly know. It was 1987.
Oh! 1987.
Actually, no, that was wrong. It was Long Beach, California, 1987. You both lost.
You didn't say
Can
anything.
I said 1987.
And
How
on
did I
YouTube.
lose?
Question number 3. What was the most watched game of State of Origin in its history, including both TV ratings and people in the stands? No, you can't Google it. You cannot. You cannot Google it.
The year 2014. Just guess a number, Nick.
Hey, 2018, game 3.
It was 2012, game 3. Just over 4 million people tuned in for it. Question number 4. This is a best of 5 quiz. This is a best of 5 quiz.
Best of 5. So what's the score?
I think it's 0-0 still.
Oh, I got the first one.
No one's counting it.
1-0. Question number 4. What was the final score of Game 3, 2012, the highest rating State of Origin game in history? Are you cheating?
No, I'm texting Helen to put the dinner on.
2012.
Game 3.
I'd like to call a friend. You. Can you give us one? Can you give us one of the numbers?
Nick.
21-20. Yes.
Did you cheat there?
No, I was texting Helen.
Oh, he cheated.
Take the point of him. He cheated.
Final question. Who has scored the most points as a player in State of Origin history?
Cam Smith.
No.
Hey.
Yeah. It is so obvious I would have got this right.
Greg Inglis.
It was Jonathan Thurston.
Oh,
Righto, of course.
Yeah, okay, anyway. That was a good quiz. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
That was a great quiz. Simeon. It was equal.
draw.
How?
One
Because he
all.
cheated on that one. It's 1-0. I won that fair and square. Doesn't matter whether the Roosters sound sick. Anyway, let's go get on with the show. What have we got on next?
I think we're going to ISO.
Oh, R2.
Let's play the opener, Nick. Play
The opener.
the opener.
Iso-viver, a game that'll change the whole wide world. ScoMo, your heroes. 'Cause Iso-viver, 'cause we all need Iso-viver. Iso-viver.
Welcome back. This is Iso-viver. This is our 4th week of playing Iso-viver.
Fifth week.
Where
Yeah,
basically a whole heap of people in our community, they got together in teams. We've been setting them increasingly harder challenges, and people that either couldn't do the challenge or who did badly at the challenge, they would have to evict someone out of their team. Next week is the final week. There will be a major prize winner. That major prize is apparently being announced tonight.
I'm excited.
We tried to announce it 3 times and it's failed every time. So apparently is going to be announced at the end of tonight. There is a few things we've got to get through tonight, including announcing the final challenge. I'm so interested in this blind side that we've heard about. So look, before we move on, this week's challenge was an interesting one. We gave a clue away on the show and people had to go and find a thing and get a photo with it. Anyone that played knew that the clue had a red herring element to it that tripped them up, and they thought, well, I must have been the only person that got it right. Nick, please show us the photo of everybody that got it right. Okay, that's every team except for one that got it right.
Congratulations to all those teams. We did get a lot of angry text messages from people who were saying, we thought it would be at the church. Why isn't it at the church? Because we're not stupid and we wanted to make this fun for you all. In fact, we're going to release a video now. That'll be up on our social medias of us going out to the church at midnight.
Yes.
That'll be on our social media pipelines. You can check that out.
There was one team that were waiting for us out there.
At midnight.
That was a level of... I also think a team had the police called on them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we should definitely hear about that story at some point as well. Hey, we got a text message from somebody this week who said they wanted to come on the show to announce something in particular, because we did notice that the careers did not actually find the clue this week. So why don't we bring on the careers, see if they've got an explanation for us. Career family, you guys.
Hello, how you doing?
No clue this week. What happened?
Look,
didn't feel like you needed it?
We had a plan. Yeah.
And I do have some spooky stuff going on, and Georgia came to the house, so we couldn't find it.
So you were too busy.
Yeah,
You were too busy. Well, Kingy's still here and he got evicted. I don't know what he's still doing here. Kingy, I'm really sorry to be harsh, but it's time to go, Kingy. You got to get out of the camera shot. I know you love Daddy, but Daddy didn't love you enough to keep you on the show. So you guys didn't do it, but then we got a message from Sarah saying not to fear, because you guys not to fear. We're going to bring Sarah up right now, because I don't understand, why should the careers not be fearing right now about having to go to tribal council?
Well, you see, this is one team now. We've merged. And as you can see, there's no other team members here. It's just me. You know, I've ditched the other one.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that when you took that photo, that was not for Comfort Here or whatever that old team was?
No, I never knew how to say the name. I don't even know what that team was. That was just a
stepping stone. Have effectively changed your team, and now you're actually in the career team.
That would be correct.
Hashtag blindside.
Wow.
A blindside has happened here tonight.
Sarah, we are getting people coming through saying you have betrayed their team, your team. That means that Kadibia
That's not how you spell my name.
That's your least concern right now. But what this does mean is that you have betrayed your team, but Kadibia was the only one left in that team. And that means that he hasn't completed the challenge, which means he's out. There is no more Comfort Here.
So who's left? We've got now career team.
Yeah.
We have still got the Sanitized Saints.
Sanitized Saints are still in.
We have also got the Timus.
We've got the Timus.
And also Alicia and Leo Walsh.
Yeah. And Yazzie, the Internationals, is that what they were called?
Yeah, they actually had a few names. They were all very confusing. But we just call it Yazzie's team now. The team that Charlie voted Helen out of last week. I don't know if I can say I'm shocked.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think I can say I'm shocked. We are so blown away by this blind side. We did not see it coming. And what we are going to do now, we were actually going to invite another tribe to do this, but they're not actually with us tonight. Sarah, you have...
are we doing this with this tribe?
Yeah, we're going to have to. We're going to have to. Because you have pulled a surprise blindside move on us, which is just so impressive, we are going to give you an unprecedented power.
Are we going to unmute the career?
Yeah,
Okay,
the careers. We're going to unmute you.
You click the microphone down there.
Right.
Right.
I'm not sure. Are we getting side words here?
Yeah, when you issue this, I'll explain there's a situation going on, but yes.
Right. We have going to give you guys some unprecedented power tonight. I'm not sure where Lois is. She may want to be a part of this. Tonight, we have decided that one entire tribe will be going home. Well, staying home. Well, competition. But tonight, you have the power as a new united tribe to vote out one tribe.
I need to say there is a caveat here. Based on their performance through the series, the Timu tribe has immunity tonight.
Wow. That's huge. Okay, so what does that leave for these guys? Who does that leave?
Yaz, the internationals team, the sanitized Saints, Alicia and Leo Walsh.
Surely not Leo. Surely they won't vote them out.
Playing so much.
Really, this is a power move that could strategically see them voting out somebody
Are they on the phone to each other? Are they on the phone to each other?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to talk. We're going to mute you both. You guys can talk on the phone to each other. And we're going to talk about what we would do in this situation. And we're going to give them 30 seconds.
Because the obvious answer has been taken off the table. The
Right.
Timus are clearly the team that has been achieving the best.
Without a doubt.
So that's been taken off the table.
However, Courtney has been so strong throughout this.
But there's a risk here because Sarah lives with the rest of the sanitized Saints.
And not to mention, Elsie is scared because Yazzie was the one who was at church at midnight.
She's
so
a player.
when push comes to shove, she is the one who is hanging in there right at the end.
Can I just say, if you are watching right now, I don't know what the final challenge is, but there's a chance you want to get evicted tonight.
No, I don't think there is. I mean, here we go. We're going to bring these guys back on and get an answer from them as to what tribe they're voting out.
Are we sure?
Yeah, we're sure.
We are definitely a go.
All right.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Wow.
Leroy, Sarah, and Hartling. Shine, the only ones left. Shine. Maybe we should get Shine to make the announcement. Shine, you've got to be nice and loud and scream it at the top of your lungs.
Oh, gosh.
What tribe are you voting out?
Sanitize!
It happened!
Hey,
Good luck.
You're talking right now.
I'm so sorry, Sanitized Saints. Y'all have been voted out tonight. Congratulations on a wonderful effort throughout this competition.
This is a solid reminder that in the game of Survivor, just because you think you formed the strongest alliance doesn't mean it can't swing. It's 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the Sanitized Saints were looked at as the strongest team in this competition.
And to be honest
tonight,
with you,
they're out.
To be honest with you, I actually thought they were going to come home strong with this competition.
Yeah, so did I.
So,
Pastor Lisa has really brought some empathy to the conversation.
You are not empathetic towards this one at all.
Wow.
Okay, so moving on, we need to work out what tonight's challenge is.
Oh my gosh, the challenge!
You know what? I'm going to say
nothing. Wait.
No, say nothing.
What's the prize?
Say nothing
What's
more.
the prize?
Let's
the prize?
To the challenge. This week's challenge is to guess All you need to do is grab a camera just like this one, go to where you think the major prize is, and film yourself announcing to everybody what the major prize is. It might be something like this, or maybe it's something like this. Maybe it's one of these. Or is it something as magnificent and spectacular as this? So now it's over to you. To win this challenge, guess the prize, send the video.
So I assume we're not having a reveal of the major prize tonight.
What are you talking about? How exciting is this? You can help figure out, you can help decide, guess what our major prize is. And if you guess right, you're going to win your guess.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Wait, you're going to win your guess?
Because you've guessed what we'd already worked out as their major prize.
Okay, so is there a prize decided or not?
What do you mean?
So is there a prize that if nobody guesses just goes unclaimed, or will somebody decide what the final prize is?
So are you asking whether I had this whole time, are you accusing me this whole time of making up that I know what the major prize is and I actually don't know what the major prize is, and I'm now getting the people of the show to actually decide what the major prize is? Is that what you're suggesting that I've done here?
I'm not suggesting, I'm asking.
That's outrageous. Outrageous. I am hurt. Okay. I'm offended. I'm angry.
So let me
disappointed.
Let me get this straight. People, for the next, until Sunday night, they have to submit a video of them with what they think the major prize is. And you know what I think? I think they should make it like a prize video where they...
Hey, there's actually a good question. You are allowed to guess as many as you like.
What?
Yeah, they can guess as many times as they like. That's okay. If you want to have 3 guesses, 4 guesses, that's fine.
In your video, let me clarify this. You must thank us for the prize.
Yeah.
You must go, wow, a new iPhone.
That's right.
Thanks, ScoMo Show. They're the videos we want to see for those final teams to guess what the final prize is. Can you look me in the eyes and guarantee me that this time next week, a team will win the major prize?
Absolutely. A team that guesses major prize will win the major prize. This is brilliant. We already know what it is. We've purchased it pretty much.
That's what's coming up on next week's show. We need to finish up, but can I ask one giant favor? I wouldn't say that Iso-viver is going to leave a big hole in this show, but if you have content ideas for this show,
we don't need them.
We'd love to hear them.
But we don't need them.
If you'd like to appear as a special guest on this show to share a talent,
but we don't need it.
We love you too.
But we're fine. We've got loads.
To myself, Simo, or Nick, or if you're intimidated by Simo and Nick, reach out to our significant others.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you need Scott to finish something for you, let us know. He would love to help you finish what you've started.
By this Friday, online is going to be Simo's next message. We're so excited about that. Make sure you get involved with that. And also then Sunday morning and afternoon, we are back with our global City Point Church, which we are so excited to see you guys in the chat for. Make sure if you aren't hanging out with someone on Sunday morning, I need to clear my throat. It's not coronavirus. If you aren't hanging out with someone on Sunday morning, reach out, form a group, watch church together, have breakfast together. I know that there's a lot of people already doing that, but make sure you get involved with that. If you don't have anyone to reach out to, let us know. We'll find someone for you to hang out with. We are back next Wednesday for the final Iso-viver 2020. One tribe will be crowned Iso-viver 2020 and win the major prize if it exists. And we cannot wait.
It does exist. We know what it is. We talked about it, remember?
We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week, guys.